This is now standard practice among activists before demonstrations, training in peaceful civil disobedience and interactions with the police.
Have you been arrested before?
Those at this church in northwest Washington, D.C. are among the tens of thousands who have or are planning to march against Donald Trump this week.
If you're ready to disrupt the inauguration.
But activists are thinking beyond the inauguration, already looking ahead to the next round of elections, municipal, state and congressional over the next 2 years. But many don't want the Democratic Party to be the beneficiaries of their political mobilization.
It's unlikely that a new left party is going to be built in the next 2 years before the congressional elections. So if Trump loses face and his party loses face, it's probably going to be the Democrats who are beneficiaries of that. But what kind of Democratic Party that is a question that's up for debate.
In fact, many of the campaigns of resistance that are currently being organized aren't even just about opposition to a Trump presidency. They're about taking on an entire political establishment, both Republican and Democrat. The protesters and activists say inevitably led to the Trump presidency.
I'll call everyone up at the end. All right, come on up.
That tension was on display on Sunday at one of scores of rallies organized across the country by supporters of former Democratic Party presidential nominee Bernie Sanders. The thousands gathered in Michigan, making it clear that it wasn't current Democratic Party Senate leader and champion of Wall Street Chuck Schumer whom they'd come to see. Various initiatives are underway to mobilize the almost 50% of the Democratic Party who wanted Sanders as their presidential candidate. Already his supporters have effectively taken over the Californian Democratic Party in elections. Many say they've been inspired by the ascendancy of the right-wing Tea Party movement within the Republican Party after President Obama was first elected. There are also efforts to mobilize former Trump supporters already dismayed at the potential loss of their health benefits or the prospect of a Trump cabinet filled with Wall Street bankers and billionaires. Groups like Brand New Congress are attempting to move beyond the two parties altogether, recruiting at least 400 candidates to run in the midterm elections to push for the rights of the 99% over the 1%.
It's about the current establishment, which sort of falls on both sides of the parties, right? You know, Donald Trump was a huge Democratic Party donor before he became a Republican. They're all friends with each other.
These Inauguration Week protests are just the beginning for those who feel that with the shock of a Trump presidency, the time has come to overturn the Republican and Democratic Party establishment.
Rise up with the people of the world!
Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.